Hello students, this is week number 2nd and we are discussing today lecture number 4 and the title of the discussion is Social Guidance, Meaning, Objectives and Significance. As you are well aware that it is a course of the guidance and counseling, and today in second week we are here discussing the social guidance, meaning, objectives and significance. Some highlights of the lectures are, first of all, we will introduce the concept of the social guidance and the meaning of the social guidance, purposes of the social guidance and process of the social guidance and significance of the social guidance, and then finally we will conclude our lecture. So let us let us start with the discussion with introduction. Human life, broadly speaking, has two facets, individual and social, which are complementary to each other, associated to each other, because individual is a member of the society and individuals collectively constitute the society. So their characteristic features of the individual are very much reflected in the society. So what type of individual we are creating in our educational institution, we are expecting the type of society to be reflected when they will enter in the society. In order to develop a balanced and healthy personality, both aspects are equally important and need special attention. We cannot ignore the individual aspect, neither we can ignore the social aspects. So, in order to be socially effective, the person must develop individually first, because my abilities, capabilities, temperament, my emotions, if they are developed, my value system, my culture, if they are grown up, they are developed, they basically become the part of the society. Undue emphasis on individual lives make the person self-centered, and person ignores or pays little attention to the social characteristics such as values, attitudes, ideals and interpersonal relationship, as well as duties and responsibilities toward the upliftment of the society. So individual has a role, individual has a social role. He has to respect the values of the society. He or she has to respect the culture of the society, ideals of the society, and he has to behave in a socially acceptable manner in the society. So individual development is highly essential, and this individual development should not be the self-centered, or the person should not be the self-centered, rather he or she should also consider his social responsibilities or responsibilities while living with the members of the society. Now we will understand the meaning of the social guidance. This tendency of self-centeredness is detrimental and gives rise to many emotional problems, which further creates difficulty in healthy social adjustment, and students become socially maladjusted. What are the symptoms of the socially maladjusted person? These includes difficulty with social interactions. They find it difficult to interact with the members of the society, and persistent patterns of violating social norms. They can be violating the norms of the society, breaking the rules, engage in substance abuse, and their moods are frequently uh, changing. Mood swing is the characteristic features. They are demonstrating the signs of anxiety, and they are having the tendency of the social withdrawal. So these are basically the symptoms of the maladjustment. Other signs can involve a poor self-concept, impulsive or manipulative behavior, chronic avoidance of social or school setting, and a lack of empathy. These are the symptoms of the maladjustment, and a person who demonstrate social maladjustment, they are basically demonstrating these kinds of the signs. They are detrimental to the individual, detrimental to the society and detrimental to the peace of the nation. And such individuals who are demonstrating such kinds of the signs, they may not be able to achieve up to their potentials. Social guidance is the process of helping an individual to know how to behave with consideration for other people in order to improve the quality of life. Quality of life is basically associated how do you interact with the members of the society. If you are a healthy person, having positive attitude, mixing with the members of the society, it means you are also giving positivity to the society, and this will directly or indirectly influence the quality of the life. If we are giving society something, then it means we are assisting the society to become a healthy or a fruitful life. So, social guidance is basically an assistance given to the student to develop a variety of social characteristics in order to enable him to adapt to his prevailing environment, make viable contribution to its growth and well-being. We need to make students adapt to the changing environment and the prevailing environment so that they can contribute in a better manner. Now we are going to discuss the purposes of the social guidance. There are certain key purposes of the social guidance. We will elaborate these purposes in a step-by-step manner. The purpose of the social guidance is to assist the individual to understand desirable and undesirable behaviors, attitudes and values, and their positive and negative influences on his personal and social life. So, two types of behaviors are there, attitudes are there, values are there, and we expect from the individual to demonstrate positive attitude, to demonstrate desirable behaviors which are socially acceptable, and the society accepting that individual as a socially responsible person. If we are showing a negative attitude, negative temperament, and our value system is corrupt, then definitely we are giving negative influences to the society, and these negative impacts are also affecting our own life and the life of the society. The purpose of the social guidance is also to assist the person to learn and develop various qualities like cooperation, love, sympathy, affection, and sense of social service. These are very important while living together with the members of the society. In a cooperative society, in a culturally inclusive society, or in other words, we can say in an inclusive society where people having the different faith, different culture, different temperament, different abilities are there. We must agree to disagree that there are differences among the individual, and we have to engage with the people of the different abilities and the capabilities, and for that we have to develop certain qualities, and these qualities which assist us to be a socially responsible member. It is related to the cooperation, love, sympathy, affection to the other people, and sense of social service. So, social guidance basically helps the person to seek better social adjustment with friends, with members of the family, and classmates, as well as teachers, and everybody who is associated with the school. Social guidance also prepares the individual for ensuring satisfactory adjustment to future social life. We are not having the education for solving the immediate purpose. Rather, we are preparing with the education by receiving education for the future life. And we have a role to play in our society, and that is the greater role. The future social life skills center on adaptability. One should learn how to adapt to the changing situation. Digital competency is very important, and we have to make adaptation to the changing demands of the digital uh, requirement. Emotional intelligence is other there, and a strong interpersonal connection through empathy and communication. Empathy is the most important characteristic features in giving opportunity to make adaptations in the society and mixing with the members of the society, because we are sensing the problems of others with as it is our own problem. So in such a situation, our communication, our interaction, our dealing with the members of the society becomes very different. Social guidance emphasizes the importance of social life rather than self-centered life, which make the individual isolated and maladjusted person, leading to poor mental health. The people who are not demonstrating the social skills and not mixing with the members of the society, they basically enjoy alienation or away from the mainstream of the society. This further complicates the problem, and they demonstrate signs of maladjustment, and ultimately their mental health is adversely affected. So another purpose of the social guidance is that social guidance helps the educational institution in making plan for creating an environment of respect and regard to every student and provide healthy interpersonal relationship. So social guidance basically assists the educational institution also, because it tells or it guides the educational institution that they have to create an environment which is psychologically safe and secure, where students are interacting with each other, developing cooperation with each other, coordinating with each other, and showing the brotherhood and having the sense of responsibility to each and everyone. That is basically the purpose of the social guidance. Social guidance also help the adolescents to understand sex roles and make satisfactory interaction with the members of the opposite sex. Respect and regard with members of opposite sex should be developed among adolescents. Adolescent is a stage in our Indian context where students are less understood by their parents and by the teachers and by the members of the community. Adolescent is a very complicated period in the life of the individual, and there are so many physical and intellectual developments which are taking place, and because of that students are having their own problems and difficulties. Heightened emotionality is basically the characteristic features of the adolescents. Their status is not clear. Some people say that you are just a child. Some people say that why don't you showing yourself as an adult, you are still a child. So they are not aware about their status in the society, and they don't want to discuss their problems or developmental problems neither with the members of the society, nor we have created an environment neither in family nor in school conditions where they are freely discussing their issues and the problem. For that purpose, we have to provide the social guidance to the student, because if the individuals are uh, engulfed in their own personal problem, then it ultimately will affect their social life also. So social guidance ensure better mental and psychological health of the individual. Social guidance helps in achieving the social aim of education. There are two aims of education: individual aim of education, where we develop the individual, every characteristic features of the individual, his intellectual capacity, social capacity, and moral aspect and psychological aspect and all. Social aim of education focuses on fostering a cohesive and progressive society by promoting social values like respect and cooperation of members, every member living in the society, developing responsible citizens, and ensuring social justice and equality for all individuals. No individual is superior, no individual is inferior. Key aims include cultivating citizenship and community participation, preserving and transmitting cultural heritage, fostering national integration, and empowering communities through education. this is significant function of education. Education provides cohesion in the society. Education believes in inclusive society as far as its social aim are concerned. We become, we do not become selfish after receiving education, rather we become responsible member of the society. Social guidance helps in solving the problems of indiscipline as students do not engage in delinquent acts. If their problems are discussed, identified, and interventions are made through social guidance services, definitely they will feel at ease and their many problems will automatically be resolved and they will not create any problem of the indiscipline in the classroom, in the institution, and while living in the society. These refer to illegal behaviors or misconduct by children and adolescents that violate societal norms and laws. Such behaviors are the cause of many problems in school as well as in society. So, social guidance also assists in resolving the problems of the discipline which create trouble to the institutions and they find it difficult to achieve the objectives of the education. Social guidance helps to solve various problems of the students like anxiety, stress, sexuality, juvenile delinquency, alienation, withdrawal, low self-esteem and motivation as well as interpersonal relationship. These are the basic and common problems in which a number of students are engulfed. So, social guidance is basically provide assistance in resolving these kinds of the problems of the students and enhances their adjustment and improves the mental health level of the students. Now we are coming to the process of the social guidance. Okay, what are the different process of the social guidance? Number one is creating supportive environment. Number two, identifying needs and goals. And number three, intervention and skill development. Number four, evaluating and follow up. And the fifth one is collaboration. How we are able to create supportive environment? We have to look some other aspects related to that. If you want to create supportive environment, then for that we need to build trust and rapport. So establishing a safe and non-judgmental space where individuals feel comfortable sharing thoughts and feelings is crucial. To building trust and rapport, we have to create a democratic environment where we are giving freedom to the student to express their views, to express their thoughts, to deliver on any topic, to ask any questions. So this opportunity is basically is possible in to develop their trust and to trust, and they will develop a rapport with the guidance counselors and the teachers, and they will be able to learn in a better manner. Active listening is another component for supportive environment. Okay, students must feel that their wishes are being significant. Attentive listening helps student individuals' perspectives and experiences without imposing judgments. So, active listening is very important. If significance is given to the student, then trust is also automatically developed. Empathy and understanding. Demonstrating empathy and understanding for individuals' emotions and situations fosters connection and trust. It is another way. Okay, we must feel the problems of others. We must demonstrate empathy. Problems of the students are the problems of the institution. As being a teacher, as I consider the problems of my children most important, I should also demonstrate the empathy, and we need to develop this temperament among our students also. Respect for individuality and diversity. We need to acknowledge and value each person's unique background strength, challenges, it is very important. We are giving the value to the uniqueness of the individuality. We are giving respect to the diversity. Our approach is culturally sensitive. Our behavior is up to the potential of the students, up to the socio-economic background of the student, up to many characteristic features of the student. And the second aspect is related to that, identifying needs and goals. We need to identify the goals of the students. This is the second aspect of the process of the social guidance. Assessment and exploration. Gather information about the individuals, social skills, relationship, challenges, aspiration through observation, discussions, assessments helps pinpoint areas for growth. Until unless we will assess the issues and the problems of the student and explore the problems faced by the student, we will not be able to provide the guidance to the students. What are the needs and the goals of the student? We also need to guide, also need to evaluate that. Collaborative goal setting. Collaborative goal setting, for that purpose, we have to look into the collaborative. The first aspect is related to the assessment and second is the collaborative goal setting. Working with individuals to define achievable goals that align with their personal values, aspirations, promotes ownership and motivation. If students are able to realize their goals, then they have to set the goal in the light of their potentials and the values and the aptitudes. And they should own the responsibility in deciding their course of action. This is the related to the second aspect related to the identifying needs and goals. Now, after that, we are entering to the third stage, that is the intervention and skill development. Skill building activities, providing opportunities for individuals to practice and develop social skills such as communication, conflict resolution, cooperation and empathy. These are the aspects. Skill building is very important for social development. We need to intervene that, provide the opportunities for the student to develop their hidden talent and develop their social skill by through enhancing their communication and learning to resolve the conflict and cooperate with the members of the classroom and developing the empathy. Role playing plays a very important role in that. So, practicing social situations and responses through role playing can help individuals feel more prepared and confident in real life interventions. Another aspect related to the intervention and skill development is problem solving techniques. We need teaching strategies for identifying and resolving social conflicts can empower individuals to navigate difficult situations effectively. Problem solving techniques. Problems are discussed by the teachers. Many teaching strategies are there. Those teaching strategies can be utilized. And after that, we have to show the positive reinforcement and encouragement. If the students are progressing and they are developing their skill, then we have to promote their behavior. We have to recognize and praise positive social behaviors and efforts, reinforces desired actions and build self-esteem. If we are reinforcing their positive development, then we are basically enhancing their motivation and they will feel motivated to take the responsibility next time. Modeling appropriate behavior, it also assists to develop desired social skills and interventions through these techniques, because people are having the ability to learn in a social situations. Promoting self-awareness and self-reflection, this is also a skill. Okay, encouraging individual to understand their own emotions, behaviors and their impact on others, foster self-improvement. So, we need to promote the self-awareness among individuals, and self-reflection means analysis of the positives and the negatives of us. And the fourth stage is evaluation and follow-up, monitoring progress. We need to ensure that your intervention is giving the positive results. And we need to adapting guidance approaches. If our guidance approaches are not functioning well, then we have to make amendment for that. Adjusting strategies and intervention based on individuals' needs and progress ensures the guidance remains relevant and effective. Guidance cannot be static. It has to change according to the need and the situations. Celebrating success, it also very important. We need to recognize and celebrate individuals' achievements, reinforces their efforts and motivates for continued growth. So this is a technique celebrating success. It is a joy of learning, improving, moving forward, that further rejuvenate the effort of the students, encouraging independence. The most important aspect of the life of an individual is independence. Empowering individual to apply their learned skills and knowledge to new situations independently is the aim, is the key aim of this entire process. Collaboration, working with families and communities. It is basically to enhance the social skills. So involving families and community resources in the guidance process can provide additional support and reinforces learning outside the formal setting. We need to seek the cooperation of the family members and the community members, facilities available in the community and the input from the parents is highly essential for successful implementation of the guidance program. Now, in last stage, we will try to understand significance of the social guidance. Develop social competency. We need to develop the social competency. Social guidance encourages communication skills, empathy, cooperation, and conflict resolution skills necessary for harmonious social interaction. So, social guidance develops social competencies, and these competencies basically gives the opportunity to the individual to mix up with the members of the society and discuss their problem, resolve issues, and have a sense of cohesion while living with the members of the society. Prevents antisocial behavior. When problems of the students are solved, addressed as social guidance helps in addressing issues such as bullying, discrimination, isolation, or peer pressure through awareness and support mechanism. This is very important. Okay, social guidance prevents antisocial behavior, makes the student self-satisfied, away from anxiety and depression and stress, and allow the individual to become a socially responsible person. In such a situation, we are basically preventing the student to engage in social behaviors. Positive relationships are also promoted by social guidance. Social guidance supports student in developing and maintaining healthy relationship with peers, with teachers, and the community. So we need to understand this aspect also. Okay, we have to promote the positive relationship through social guidance. If we are able to achieve this objective of positive relationship, then we will be able to achieve the objectives of the social guidance. Build civic responsibility. The social guidance instilled a sense of community participation, ethical behavior, and respect for social norms and values. Sense of community participation, ethical behavior, and respect for social norms and values. These are supposed to be the civic responsibilities. Social guidance assists the individual not to be selfish in his attitude and the behavior. Rather, he or she should be socially responsible person. A civic responsibility are developed among the individual through social guidance. Encourages inclusivity and diversity. Social guidance fosters appreciation for cultural, linguistic, and individual diversity, which is crucial in globalized academic environment. We are living in a globalized society. We are connected with the world through internet, and we have to live while interacting with the members of the world community. For that, we have to encourage inclusivity and diversity. We give to understand the concept of inclusivity, learning to live with the society, learning to live together. And we need to understand the diversity, and this diversity is not a threat. Rather, we have to learn the diversity, understand it, and play our role as significant members of this society. Now, in conclusion, in a sense, social guidance acts as compass, guiding individuals in their social development. The very basic purpose of the social guidance is basically ensuring social development. It also enables the individual to build meaningful relationships. Okay, we are interacting with the people and ensuring that okay, I alone cannot develop my personality. I have to take the assistance of the others at every juncture. We need to take the assistance of the individual and adapt to their environment. We need adaptation with the environment and become contributing member of the society. So we need to understand that we are developing ourselves, we are developing to the society, we are understanding the diversity of the society, and we are resolving the issues of the students on regular basis and becoming a responsible member, and we are developing our mental health in a better manner so that we become a contributing member of the society. So with this, we have learn what is the meaning of the social guidance and what is the process of the social guidance and what are the significance of the social guidance. Thanks for your patience hearing.